and the creator doesn't fucking care whether you exist or not. Forget about that brick. So we just recorded a podcast on death. I talked about how death is such a dear thing for me because it's the biggest motivator. It's like the clock that is ticking in your head, and you're like, okay, I have to do something. I have to live my life fully before that time comes for me. And if you are wondering, if you want to know more about that, we have like a 7-8 minute podcast. We'll link it somewhere in the whatever that link comes on YouTube. You can go look that. And now my recording partner and me are just talk about death. So I have a lot of differences with my parents, and if I'm really mad at them, and I don't know it, I don't think about it consciously, but this thought comes to my mind that okay, one day they would be gone. One day soon they would be gone. Like, and like then what? In that phase, this small disagreement that you have with your parents or someone that you love seems so small. Okay, I'm mad at them for this smaller thing. We have limited time with them. Just move over it. Let's not make it such a big deal because it is not. So yeah, one of the ways where death helps you. Okay, so tell me about it. Like you said, you visit someone's cremation or something, like every once in a while, every 3 months or so, you get to visit a cremation ground and see someone that was dear to you, or someone that you knew, being offered to fire and then being existing no more.
मतलब हमको एक existential crisis में डाल देता है.
Right. इसको ये हिंदुइज्म में बहुत ही ह्यूमरसली इसको कहा जाता है शमशान वैराग्य. शमशान में जाके everyone starts talking about life and मतलब everyone becomes a vairagi. You see a dead body burning, it becomes a शमशान वैराग्य, and then you come out of it and then suddenly you are अबे पैसे दे मेरे, कहाँ है तू, तुझे आके मारूंगा तेरे घर पे.
हमारे यहाँ जो है ना शमशान तो बहुत बड़ा है, बहुत बड़े एरिया में, और वो एक पूरा जैसे मंडोर गार्डन जो है फेमस, उसी के अंदर हमारा जो शमशान है, और वो पूरा शमशान अपने आप में गार्डन है, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है, बहुत सारे पेड़ हैं, बहुत कुछ है. अच्छा, तो बहुत बड़ा सा है, और तो उसके अंदर सारी दीवारों पे इतने अच्छे लाइफ कोर्स लिख रखे हैं. इफ यू जस्ट गो, आई लव गोइंग टू दैट प्लेस जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दोस वाइब्स.
वो पढ़ के एनलाइटमेंट हो जाए इंसान को.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
Okay, nice. Okay, so like yeah, back to that question. What do you feel when you are there? Like, describe a little, or what is your experience of being there?
I do feel a lot of things. मतलब जैसे एक वो existential crisis तो हो ही जाता है.
What do you mean? What do you mean by? What do you mean by when you say, okay, we'll get to the people. Let's cover this. What do you mean by an existential crisis? We have to explain someone to a kid who has not even heard of word existential. क्या होता है भैया? थोड़ा बताओ हमको. क्या बता दो? Like, what do you mean existential crisis?
Existential crisis is like when you put a question mark on your existence. So it's like, why am I in the existence, and what is the purpose of my existence, or how long will I be here, or will I be here even after my physical existence?
Yeah.
So it's just basically a question mark that like what specifically existence is.
मेरी तो थोड़ी सी
is it just physical or
मेरी थोड़ी सी इसमें फट जाती है that I, as I said in the podcast earlier, it's like for me it's like a clock. मुझे समझ में आता है कि भैया ये बहुत ही कम टाइम बचा है. एक क्लॉक है जो टिक आउट कर रही है, मतलब एक टाइम बॉम्ब है जो टिक आउट कर रहा है. एक टाइम पे फट जाएगा, और सबसे बुरी बात है तुम्हें पता भी नहीं है कि कितना टाइम बचा है पास.
एनी टाइम even right now it's thunderstorm.
एक क्लॉक है जो टिक कर रही है, जैसे ही क्लॉक खत्म होगी, 0 पे आएगी, योर टाइम इज गॉन. क्लॉक तुम्हारे सामने रखी है पर उस पर पर्दा लगा हुआ है, यू कांट इवन सी कि तुम्हारे पास कितना टाइम बचा हुआ है. So that is even more, even bigger and urgency. It's like, fuck, what am I doing with my life? It's like, I'm studying this course. जिसमें मेरा कोई इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं है. Why am I doing it? मतलब मुझे लग रहा है कि ये कोर्स खत्म करके मेरी अच्छी जॉब लग जाएगी. Do I know कि इस कोर्स खत्म करते करते मैं रहूंगा कि नहीं, कि या इस कोर्स के खत्म होने से पहले 3 साल के पहले ही मैं खत्म हो जाऊंगा.
हाँ
So in that way, it has always helped me make saner decisions in my life. I wouldn't say I make very good decisions, but compared to a lot of my friends and a lot of people around me, I think I would say I make a little better decisions in life. I believe death is a big motivator, a big factor in helping you make good decisions in life. Yeah.
Definitely. Adding to it, I believe that everyone should ask themselves this question: that what should I do before, like how I want to be remembered after my after completing my journey. So that journey can be done at any minute I go through.
Yep.
So
तुम्हारा क्या है? Like, how would you want to be
questions-
remembered? How would you want to be remembered when you're gone?
I mean, literally, there are a lot of things I want to achieve, but I don't want to remember for any achievements, but for values or for my life as a whole, because I believe that, I relate it with the concept of arts, that life is an artistic experience and my death will be an artistic event. So I want my death to be celebrated as an artistic event, because that is what will make it beautiful, because
Right.
it is beautiful.
It is beautiful. Yeah, right. Like एक art ही है
as
ऐसा. Like
beautiful as the life is.
लाइक जो भी क्रिएटर है या फिर जो यूनिवर्स जो फोर्स है जो बना रही है ये, उसके लिए यू आर अ पीस ऑफ आर्ट. वो शुरू हुआ था, आई स्टार्टेड राइटिंग अ नॉवेल एंड आई फिनिश्ड इट. उसके लिए ईच इंडिविजुअल ह्यूमन बीइंग एंड ईच लिविंग बीइंग इज अ पीस ऑफ आर्ट. वो उसको बना रही है. It is born, it lives its life and it dies, and everyone has a different story, everyone has different colors in their life, and you are an art. That art got finished.
Yeah.
So
it's basically a creator designed a performance art, and the whole universe is in performance art. We are just part of that performance art. So we are just a few creatures who are performing the way creator has designed this art.
What do you mean by that? Like, that is very interesting. I would like to dig into it. What do you mean by few creatures are performing the way they were designed and the others are performing against it?
Against, I don't think so. We can go against if we believe in creator and if we believe that creator designed everything. So obviously, however we are, how good, bad, or even these things are interpreted by us. We are giving meaning to the
Obviously.
universe. So even like I call this tree a tree. That tree doesn't care if I don't exist or not. I mean, that tree doesn't care if we should
call it a tree or not.
So existence in itself is there as it is. We are the ones who are making sense out of it, because we have the tendency to make sense out of everything. So like it is a basic need of human
to make sense. Yep.
Human psychology that
man search for
we want to make sense out of everything. We don't. It makes us very uncomfortable, which is unsensible. So we try to
make sense out of right.
We try to form things or digest things in such a manner that it makes sense.
मतलब देखा जाए तो शुरू से हम यही कर रहे हैं. Like everything we have done अभी तक का in our civilization is just making sense. पहले हमारे पास myths होते थे. Like थंडर आ रहा है तो they would start praying कि अरे थंडर देवता whatever it is.
To make sense out of that event.
Make sense out of that event. And then even now and then it evolved into a religion, then spirituality, whatever. Even now with science, what we are doing is we are actually trying to make sense. अब हम थंडर देवता की पूजा नहीं करते हैं. हम बैठ के अपने हाइपोथेसिस लिखते हैं कि अच्छा ये थंडर हो रहा है या फिर ये इवेंट हो रहा है कॉस्मोस में, ये इसलिए होगा, ये मॉलिक्यूल्स जुड़ रहे हैं, ये ऐसा हो रहा है, वो कॉस्मिक इवेंट हो रहा है, वो प्लैनेट या फिर ये कॉमेट आके टकरा रहा है, व्हाटएवर इट इज. हम जो भी कर रहे हैं अपने इंसेप्शन से अभी तक का, इट्स ऑल अबाउट ट्राइंग रियली हार्ड टू मेक सेंस आउट ऑफ इट. सो it's interesting because like हम quantum physics पढ़ते हैं, मतलब like I am too underread to comment anything on that, but वो हमको like you read the advanced modern physics या फिर जो भी researches हो रहे हैं या फिर जो भी हमारे present theory, हमारी understanding of the universe, this quantum theory and everything, it makes no sense. Like you realize very quickly that हमारे logical mind में all of these things make no sense. And ये सब theories are like, हाँ ठीक है, मतलब according to theory this should behave like this, but you don't know why this is behaving like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, again,
even in human society, we always talk about what is right and what is wrong, what is truth, what is false. Like I believe, like even like for us humans, we try to make sense. So whatever we know, we really don't know the absolute truth. Whatever we are living on the basis of our own definitions, like the way made sense out of those things. But in real, how they are, why they were, like what the real reality is, we even really don't know, because इतने खुद कर रहे हैं हम कि हमने हमारे लिए ये दुनिया को इस तरीके से बनाया है कि
Right.
हम इस
Trying
चीज को
to
इस
make
तरीके
sense.
से मेजर करेंगे.
right. Like एक पत्थर को लिया, like it would be a little controversial, and this has science in it. As a spiritual person, I would say, but just like एक पत्थर को लिया, उसको भगवान मान लिया, and you are thinking कि अरे मैं इसकी disrespect हुई तो भगवान गुस्सा जाएंगे. Like if you think about the concept of भगवान, अगर कोई है भी, ही तुम एक छोटे से गोला पे रह रहे हो, like in terms of PK, and if you just zoom out, हर किसी ने वो reels, हर वो वीडियो देखी होंगी, like एक अर्थ कितना छोटा है और फिर उससे zoom out कर रहे हैं, फिर बाकी प्लैनेट्स आ रहे हैं, फिर सोलर सिस्टम आ रहा है, फिर सोलर सिस्टम से गैलेक्सी आ रही है, फिर हमारा लोकल ग्रुप आ रहा है, एंड देन द यूनिवर्स. वो कितना छोटा इवेंट है, एंड यू थिंक अ गॉड, द पर्सन हु क्रिएटेड दिस ह्यूज अ थिंग वुड गेट ऑफेंडेड बिकॉज वो छोटा सा जो पत्थर था उसका तुमने एक दिन तुमने पूजा नहीं किया. It's again, you know, a little bit silly, but again, I shouldn't, you know, just dismiss that, because there is science behind it. There is, you know, you charge that stone with certain energy, and then you go sit with it and meditate in front of it, and then you get charged with that energy. So वो तो अलग बात है, when it is done the right way. But ऐसे ही तुमने कुछ ले लिया, कुछ एक ईंट ले लिया, you took a brick and you said now this is God, and you're suddenly like, your entire emotion, your world revolves around it, and then, you know, when in reality that brick or that one thing means really nothing. Existentially, it means zero. It has zero implication, and the creator doesn't fucking care whether you exist or not. Forget about that brick. Okay. So yeah, it is pretty interesting to talk about that.
Coming to God, I think it can be like that. Let's say, like, we really don't know what the actual absolute reality, and somehow this is absolute reality, and we are somewhere around here, like far away from this reality, and we have made sense of like this. And so to you, like let's say right and wrong, so to you they are different measurements of right and wrong, so it's very subjective. Every individual is made unique, right? So I believe one is nearer to God, who is nearer to the absolute reality. Nobody can touch that absolute reality, but we can go nearer and nearer by become wiser and wiser and wiser. So it's like keeping a holistic perspective, like everything have a meaning and everything have its proper. There is nothing like this should not exist. This wrong, this is the absolute wrong, and this is the absolute false. And
who the hell are you to decide that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Nobody decides that. Things are the way they are.
Right. And also, like, I just had this thought that, like, there are two ways. You said getting closer to that reality, right? And on that, I had a thought that from as an individual point of view, you can find that force, that reality in two places. Just two. One is inside you, one is outside you. Because the force that is running everything is also running you. So in a way, it's running everything. There are not two. There is just one that is running everything. But if we say that this body is a boundary, इस boundary के पीछे भी वही force है, इस boundary के आगे भी वही force है. So instead of
definitely.
going out, if you go out, what science is doing and what you know religions have tried to do is, हम बाहर जाके खोज रहे हैं उस force को. But वो इतनी boundless है, कहाँ खोजोगे तुम? And that is where spirituality comes in. That is where meditation comes in. And it says कि इतने छोटे से हमने बाउंड्री में जो कैद करके रखा है वो फोर्स, क्यों ना उसमें खोजें. इसके अंदर खोजना आसान है, कॉस्मोस में खोजना बहुत मुश्किल है. एंड देन then from there comes the concept of, closing your eyes, meditation, and different meditation techniques and all. You just close your eyes and just try to get nearer as possible to that inside reality of जो भी तुम्हारे अंदर है, and then it's a much easier way to know the truth, know what it is, what is that energy that is running everything. And once you know this, by inference, you know what is that energy that is running everything else as well. What is that energy? Because essentially both are the same things. What is running outside is also running the inside. So yeah, that is what meditation, and that is I think the definition of enlightenment as well. So yeah,
exploring more of ourselves, and the more we never know what is our true self, and just like that reality, absolute reality, we can say absolute reality and the truest self are the same thing. And more we get nearer to it, we cannot touch our truest self, but more we get nearer to it, wiser and wiser, and we go to we move towards nearer to the God. Maybe there is God within me,
whoever that is,
whatever there is God within me, and उसके नजदीक मैं जाते जा रहा हूँ, by becoming wiser and wiser. So I believe even the ones who claim that they are the most enlightened ones, I believe even they are just as compared to other humans, they are nearer to God, but still they are far away from God. So that's why they are the most enlightened ones among us as compared to other humans.
Yeah, right. I also believe that there's this concept in Hinduism. There's this concept of samadhi and all, where you leave your body and you become one with the
nature, Mother Nature.
One with the overall energy. They just. So have you heard of this concept of samadhi, where yogis would sit down and they would leave their bodies willingly? They won't cause any harm. They haven't eaten any poison or anything. They were well functioning human beings, and they are old now or whatever, and they realize it is their time to go from this planet, and they'll sit in meditation and they will willingly leave their body, and they will never be reborn again. The concept of mukti. What is mukti? Is like the inner jo tumhara tha, inner self got merged with the bigger self that is running the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess
with the nature.
Yeah. So what jo tum bata rahe ho ki no one can get to that point, I think I believe that. But I think that spirituality and Hinduism and all other spiritual traditions around the world also show a way how you can get there. You are always, as a person, you are always a little away, because you have to be worldly also to exist in this world. But these traditions also show you a way how to become one with that, and just merge with the entireness of the entire thing.